ABC 36 News Weekend Edition starts now. Your local news source.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Sprague. Thank you for joining us. The Kentucky Wildcats were hoping to finally figure out how to win a big conference game on the road, but once again, the Cats come up short. Here now with your Solid Blue highlights is Dan Reefer.
Vanderbilt's Memorial Gymnasium in Nashville has been a house of horrors for UK over the last decade. It is, after all, the site of UK's worst loss in SEC history, that 93-52 beatdown back in 2008. But Cal's Cats snapped a four-game losing streak to Vandy in Nashville last season. However, Kentucky only has 3 wins at Vanderbilt over the last 9 seasons. Cats trailed by 4 at the break. Second half, DeAndre Liggins' 3 gives UK its first lead of the second half, 59-58. Now Vandy up 1. Not for long. Brandon Knight with the 3, 66-64 Cats. But, this guy. John Jenkins, a career-high 32 points, 6 of 10 from beyond the arc, 69-66 Commodores. Then Terrence Jones turning it over. Jenkins with the steal. Doors go up 6 with 2:22 to play. Jones, trying to make up for it, responds with a 3, cuts the lead to 3 with $1:15 to go. Commodores back up 5 again. Knight knocks down another triple. Cats down 2 with 38.5 seconds left, but Vandy makes its free throws down the stretch and hangs on for an 81-77 win. Our Ken Spencer was there. He has more from Nashville.
The Cats probably played their most complete game on the road in conference this season, but once again, a few critical mistakes down the stretch cost this team a chance to win at arguably the toughest place in the SEC.
You know, tough environment, hard place to play, and we gave ourselves a chance to win.
The critical moments came when the Cats were down just 2. They turned the ball over twice, leading to points on the other end.
It just came down to us having 4 turnovers and them really not having any the last 5 minutes of the game. That's what pretty much lost it for us.
And of course, Vanderbilt's John Jenkins picked today to have a career-high 32 points.
You go up 3, come on now. Give up a 3 in the corner. Left them. Why did you leave them? I didn't. I don't know what that's called, but you were 5 steps off it. Bang 3, then miss another bang 3. That's what inexperienced teams do.
He's just continually moving, and you give him a little bit of space. He's putting it up and hitting it. He's a great player.
But if you can be encouraged after a loss, this is it.
Just coming out and being able to execute at Vandy, I mean, it's one of the toughest places to play, and being able to do that, that's just big strides for a young team like us.
There was a lot of good. I just don't like losing.
Ken Spencer, ABC 36, your local news source.
Thank you, Kent. The Cats fall to 5-5 in the SEC now. Next up, Mississippi State in Rupp Arena Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. We'll have more on the loss to Vandy coming up later in sports. Jacqueline.
Thanks, Dan. An alleged incident on Georgetown College's campus has sparked discussion about racial tensions at the school. ABC 36's Kate Slattery has more on what one student says happened and what the school is doing about it.
Standing with his family and several of his peers by his side, Tavin Lloyd is speaking out about an incident that he says recently happened on Georgetown College's campus.
In 2011, to see something like this to happen is really astounding.
The 2 alleged incidents happened recently while Tavin was passing by a fraternity house on campus.
Members of the Kappa Alpha fraternity shouted out racial slurs, in particular the N-word. Furthermore, members of Kappa Alpha proceeded to threaten my life and bodily harm.
Following the incidents, Lloyd and his family immediately notified the college.
My family and I are very hurt by this and are asking for all of your prayers.
A spokesman for the college tells ABC 36 they have since launched an investigation into the incident and increased security on campus.
At this moment in time, we just don't have more facts than the allegations.
The incident has sparked discussion among students about racial tensions on campus.
No one wants to see this kind of discrimination.
Running around campus, people might make light of the situation, and I think they have because they're not sure what's going on.
While the school is investigating, they say they do not have a person or an organization they are looking at in particular.
Find out more. We hope that we can step forward and move with some prompt and fair and just action.
Tavin and his family are hoping the school works quickly to resolve the issue.
And the only way that I think I'll be safe on this campus is for that individual or that group of students that said those remarks and that threatened my life to be off this campus.
In Georgetown, Kate Slattery, ABC 36, your local news source.
In a statement released to ABC36, the Director of Communications for the National Administrative Office of Kappa Alpha said they have questioned members of the fraternity but have not uncovered any proof of the allegations. They say the Georgetown chapter has been suspended pending the outcome of all investigations.
The February thaw has begun. We're going to be warming up closer to 60 degrees by the end of the next work week. In the meantime, we're looking pretty good out there this evening with generally dry conditions. Our live Viper radar shows just a couple of little flecks of white and blue to the north of the Ohio River, so we're going to stay dry here in the Bluegrass region with a weak disturbance passing through southern Ohio. Temperatures right now show those with the most snow on the ground are actually colder, and that includes places like Somerset and London with a little bit of snow on the ground. Still 28 and 27 degrees in those two locations. We have a trace of snow officially on the ground here in Lexington. Temperatures around 33. Similar story at Frankfort at 33 as well. And then Jackson checks in at 35 degrees. Our first glance forecast for tomorrow. Sunday looks really nice. It's going to be a little breezy out there. Overnight lows around 31 degrees with that wind blowing from the south and west. We're not going to get too cold tonight. Tomorrow we're going to really warm up nicely, about 10 degrees above average, and then we'll have one little hiccup to this warming trend on Monday into Tuesday. Details on that will come in a few more minutes. Jacqueline, back to you.
Thanks, Jeff. The sit-in protest over mountaintop removal continued at the state capitol in Frankfort today. Opponents of the coal mining practice began protesting in Governor Steve Beshear's outer office yesterday. They demanded and eventually got a meeting with Governor Beshear about their concerns. While cameras were not allowed in the Capitol building today, one demonstrator from Floyd County came outside and spoke with ABC36. He says he wants Governor Beshear to tour the area where the removal is taking place.
Let's go around and talk to some people and look some things over and make sure he really knows what's going on there. Where I live, the Raccoon Creek is dead. Every living creature in it's dead.
Chu also said people have brought the sit-in participants sleeping bags, food, and even had pizzas delivered to them. They're expected to stay at the Capitol throughout the weekend. A rally is planned for 4 p.m. tomorrow on the Capitol steps. Also, an I Love Mountains Day rally is scheduled for Monday, beginning with the march at the Kentucky River at 11:30 and a rally on the Capitol steps at 12:15. In other coal mining news, a Frankfort judge will allow 4 environmental groups to intervene in a court settlement between the Energy and Environment Cabinet and Kentucky's 2 largest surface mine coal producers. Fraser Creek Mining and International Coal Group agreed in December to pay $660,000 for numerous violations of the Clean Water Act. However, an investigation by the environmental groups found the companies could have been fined $103 million. A judge found the violations had been ignored for years and that the citizens who discovered the violations have a right to be heard. A hearing date is set for June 14th. A much anticipated warm-up is on the way to the Bluegrass. Meteorologist Jeff Cornish is in next with our forecast. And later, a new scam that uses the website WikiLeaks is circulating. We'll show you what to watch out for in tonight's Don't Fall For It. Stay tuned.
You're watching ABC 36 News at 11, your local news source.